Alright, motherfuckers, we are back for another episode of the Mushroom Cup. I am in this game chat right now. I hope they can all hear me. And I'm going to a private chat here. I'll get a room. I'll get a room with myself. You know, at those dirty video stores where you can test the product out? Fucking nasty. I've never been in one of those, and you kids have the internet these days. Your greatest fear is just closing the laptop on your dick. Anyways, we are here for another family-friendly edition of the Mushroom Cup Portobello. We got much room here, but only 20 seats. I wish we had 20 more. I wish my arms were long enough to hug you all at the same time, but unfortunately, they are not. Only one thing on my body is long enough, and I ain't hugging you guys with that. So, this is T-Bone. We are here in Sin City, Vegas, a place I know very, very well. This is probably the clearest I've ever seen it. My God. You know, usually I am looking through black shades, and yeah, my mind is a little bit out there, but we are here. Shout out to everyone for racing. We got Houle TTV, the quick Quebecer in the mix, making his Mushroom Cup debut. He's on those medium tires. I don't really know why. Maybe he's getting a feel for things as he goes by that giant sphere. Future home to residencies of Kev Wood's mama. They're putting a giant stripper pole in there, and that is the only venue that can fit her needs, if you know what I mean. But speaking about fitting and sliding in, Spenny's Pub Hub MP3, Chenzo and Greg, the valiant, the noble, and the outstanding teammates in that Lightning Cup as Chenzo going across the lawn right there, and by lawn I mean digital park. Froggy Boggy, 15 years old, youngest winner in a Mushroom Cup race. DRS Maestro, been flapping his gums lately. I get more followers, I got more subs and views than T-Bone. Listen here, Maestro, my name ain't Dick, so keep it out your mouth, son. Here is Adriami, Houle, Hendricks, Gabachow. Shout out to HMP Hooligans, the OG. He's soldier for this league. Gabachow doing commentary for some of our other leagues. Another one, Sawa. Nander, Hazy Aussie, Rasta Cheech, Ezo, another crazy quick reserve driver, Jordan 2 Wavy full time, and we have to mention B-Tom, of course, in the mix, and the hometown kid himself, Mac T, in the mix here. Stone's throw away from this place, and my God, he must know this circuit quite well. He knows exactly where to avoid all the sewer holes as he looks onto that Encore Hotel. Of course, Mac T. We all know what he can do, and on a circuit like this, those moves are going to have to be real precision based. Thank you everyone for tuning in, who watches this, who likes this, who gives a shit. Even if you tune in to roll your eyes and say T-Bone's a clown, sit on my middle finger and give me a like, bitches. Anyways, Justin Schrei right now in P1, and we know how quick he's been. He is our championship leader, folks. Leading the way, leading Sawa by a handful of points, and of course Chenzo 18 or so behind. Justin Schrei, 5 races to go here in search of his first ever championship in our league as he moves by Caesar's Palace. As you look down, Little Caesar's Pizza, Kevin and his mom passed out outside. B-Tom, Cam Rudy, he is so quick around this track, folks. He moves like a scolded dog around this track. Back to the DRS Maestro, looking like a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. We'll go back to that later. Not. Hazy Aussie, Rasta Cheech, we love this guy. Let's just watch on, though, as one of these drivers as they do a hot lap. Gabachow, of course, another great Quebec French driver. Maestro, by the way, I do have a video that has 3 million views, bro. So if you do want to go that whole clout Gen X bullshit, I'm too grown for that shit. But yeah, 3 million, bitch, if you want to talk about views and subs. Talk to me when you get there. All your shit combined. But yeah, come on, dog. Come at the king. You best not miss, motherfucker. Here's Froggy, though. Let's see what he can do. Potential Rookie of the Year this year. Froggy Boggy, 15 years old. Of course, one of 100 good drivers that I would say joined our shit in the last year. It's just been a pleasure. And one of 100 drivers a Maestro recruited, and he's the only good one of those. So shout out to Froggy Boggy, of course. Maestro found a diamond in the rough. What can you say? A broken clock is right twice a day, I guess, folks. Justin Schrei, B-Tom. We got Ezo Season right here. One of the best newcomer drivers we have ever seen to our league system. Absolutely spectacular. He is quick. He is rabid. And he will move like a rabid Wolverine if he has to. And right there again, pulling off to the side here. Cam Rudy also making way, yielding. He stopped to send a text, perhaps. Anyways. Maestro. If you want to watch him go finish P18, go to his channel, bro. We ain't wasting that on our channel here. We watch winners, baby. Jordan 2 Wavy. Let's see what he's got here. Super quick driver himself. Great teammate always. One of the veterans of the track. Great race IQ. He's got more racing knowledge in his pinky than you have in your whole body, folks. This is Jordan 2 Wavy, leaving all his enemies too salty. As I'll be back in 30 seconds, folks. I need to go smoke a bowl. Jordan finishing up this hot lap right here, going into P9. That Ferrari team has been dominant this season. Jordan and Justin Schrei. We got 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in qualifying. Schrei, B-Tom, Ezo, Cam Rudy, and of course, Gregory Jennings himself on his hot lap, finishing this up, playing from an igloo somewhere in northern Calgary. Greg Jennings making his Mushroom Cup return as a reserve driver. It is weird seeing him in that Kick Sauber, aka 100% Canadian moose piss. And of course, Greg Jennings has mooses all over his backyard. He's very familiar with moose piss, so this is quite ideal and fitting for Greg here. Pretty apropos, if we will, folks. Speaking of apropos, his teammate in the Lightning Cup, very familiar with Acapulco. He is from Mexico. This is Chenzo bouncing off the wall. Yin Yang twins from the windows to the wall and off. His wing will fall. Shout out to Chenzo, looking to get back where he belongs in that winner's circle of the Mushroom Cup. We all know I have an affinity for on-track atmosphere and off-track atmosphere. Planet Hollywood, does anyone actually eat that shit still? When I was younger, we used to go there so we could see the Terminator's suit, whatever. But don't eat the food. My God, don't eat the food. I think they got into resorts now and shit because they realized the only way that garbage company's making money is if they put slot machines in the venue. Same with Hard Rock Cafe. Anyways, Justin Schrei going into P7 as I continue to take a shit on everything. Do you know what they don't have trackside here? Probably the best thing in Vegas or anywhere in the Southwest states. In-N-Out Burger. I mean, where's the In-N-Out Burger sign, guys? You guys really fucked up here. Salesforce, Venetian. No one stays at those old places anymore. Las Vegas Winter. What do they have there? Keno, War, Rock, Paper, Scissors, Caesar's Palace. So, of course, a home of WrestleMania 9, folks, for our wrestling fans.
Now, if you look to your left, you are going to see the Horseshoe Tavern and Casino and the Paris Casino. Off to the right is the New York Hotel and the area.
Anyways, I do see a Burger King. Spenny's Pub Hub. I appreciate you going super slow so I can do my tour here. Louis Vuitton, of course. And there's Top Golf. We just drove by Top Golf. They did a great job right here for Spenny getting hit by a ball. How about Hule, though? The Quebecer, he has been recommended by Rasta Cheech. I saw his resume. It is very, very spectacular. He is super decorated with the accolades. We call him the Christmas tree around here. Speaking of which, we have Sawa, the lead pole getter in the Mushroom Cup. And of course, Rasta Cheech, the lead pole giver in the Mushroom Cup. Shout out to everyone again, man. Appreciate the guys who tune in, who make the time to tune in. At least pretend they tuned in, because fuck. Sometimes it is nice to be appreciated. And shout out to all the guys who will show up, race, not even say a fucking word to me, complain, give attitude, leave, then come back entitled the next race. So we appreciate you too. holding up my middle fingers. Love this guy, though. Kendricks, man. Fucking gentleman on and off the track, man. We love Kendricks around here. Super, super improved. Also, huge thank you again to everyone who signed up for the race today. It's an honor, man. But, yeah, we appreciate that people want to race with us. With these guys. As Kendricks, of course, from the East Coast of Canada. You see crab legs and lobster falling out of that car as he goes, casts a fishing net, and he's going to hope to capture a top 10 again today, as he has been a fixture in there. Kendricks always staying close to the pack, staying close like the oven and the stove. B-Tom there in P1. Doing his thing. Justin Schrei, Greg Jennings, Chenzo, Ezzo, way. TTV, another TTV, so you know he's a good racer. They're all quick. And of course, Cam Rudy, Chenzo, Sawa, and Rostachich. Only one driver still on the track, and this is Jimmy Kendricks Lamar. Oh, he's heading into the pits. All those Kendrick Lamar fans, you can stay on that side of the fence. That's for damn sure. Of course, I am from Toronto. But no. If you were cheering for that whole Not Like Us shit, you're not allowed to play the new Drake song, bro. You can stay over there. Stay over there. Stay over there. There we go. Perfect. The only A minor in our race is Froggy Boggy. Let's look on here with the king of the double, triple, quad, quintuplet. I don't know the other words, but Mac T will pass people at will. He'll pass drivers like Kev Wood's mom will pass gas after a night at the Sizzler, and you know that's going to be a lot. He's electrifying. When the smoke clears, when the dust settles, Mac T is collecting heads. He is passing people at a rapid race. He'll send it, but it'll always be calculated as well. And man, at a circuit like this, we know this is his hometown. Those caskets are on fire. Those Mac T signs and his supporters are out in full force today. This is the pit bull on track. Mac T ironically has a pit bull or two of his own, which is very fitting there, man. And he's a warrior on track for sure. I call McCooley the Finnish Mac T. Look at this. Exquisite lines right there as Mac T reserving in that Alpine. The only driver who can go home after the race and sleep in his own bed, except for DRS Maestro, because he'll have a lot of time to get home before the race ends. Let's go. Will this be easy, Mac? Mac T. Mark Morrison. Return of the Mac. He is in P7 right there. So a minute left. We got some rapid guys. Everyone is on these outlaps right now. And what is a procession? It looks like a real F1 race, folks. Look at them go. Oh my goodness. We have someone jumping the gun right there. Lots of movement here. These drivers utilizing the slipstream here. And this is always going to be fun. Nobody really wanting to start. Who would want to be the head of that snake? All right, folks, 2 minutes remaining here in qualifying. I am T-Bone. We are here for round number 6 of this great Mushroom Cup, an American tradition like apple pie, baseball, and gangbanging Paris Hilton. Anyways, B-Tom, Justin Schrei, Ezzo, Gregory Jennings making his return here. Mac T disqualified for driving the wrong way. Man, you live near the circuit, Mac T. You know which way to go. And B-Tom looks to be qualifying and finishing his qualifying. B-Tom starting P1 here. Mac T, I don't know if Mac T assumed B-Tom was going to DQ or not, but either way, it's going to be fun. Mac T, of course, in that Lightning Cup, hasn't done a race here really, getting some data. B-Tom says he's getting some data too. We all love data, folks. How about the Canadians in the mix? Greg Jennings, Spenny's Pub Pub, Houlet, Rasta, Cheech, 420, the Quebecer himself. This is Maurice Richard in action, folks. This is Saku Koivu. This is all the greats you've ever seen from that city. He started in the Montreal Forum, folks, the old one. Made his way to the Bell Center. Made his way to Olympic Stadium. He walked across that bridge, took his ass to Longueuil. Then he checked his ass right into Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve, where he is sitting down playing this game. We're going to fire this up in a moment, folks. Everyone give a little bit of time, please. 30 minutes before we start this race. No, I'm kidding. 30 seconds. 30 seconds or whatever. We'll see how long these guys take. I'm sure someone will click ready up. Hopefully not. As I prepare myself for a race. Oh, man. By the way, Adriami, I have a great bone as a bone to pick with you, too. Look, man, I've had a pounding, throbbing headache for about an hour now because of the music you were playing, bro. I don't know what that is. Is that dubstep or something? It sounded like you threw a dude in a box full of buckets and tossed him down the stairs. Then you hit him in the head when he got there. Oh, my God. What do I know, bro? I don't know the new music too well. I just like, the real musicians and the older shit. I don't know about this whole Playboy Vert Uzi shit, but here we go. Let's kick it. Let's get it going. This is T to the Bone. This is the Mushroom Cup. Don't do anything, folks, so you're in the right place. Ladies, clutch your pearls. Gentlemen, gird your loins. It's time to get going here in Sin City, Vegas. This is fucking time. Here we go, folks. B-Tom right there. Oh, a little bit of contact. Oh, no. Oh, my God. That car on top of it. Justin Schrei out of the... Oh, no. Oh, no. Justin Schrei out of the race. Turn 1, folks. This is going to go over like a fart in church. Shrami. Not what he is looking for. I cannot believe what I just saw. Our championship leader out of the race. Turn 1. In your life, have you ever seen anything like that, folks? He could be dead. Oh my God! You know me, T-Bone MZ here. I normally am all over the interviews when a guy crashes. This isn't one I'm touching. This is not one I'm touching, bro. Justin Schrei is a golfer, and that's the equivalent of making a 4-putt when you had an opportunity for birdie. He is going to be absolutely livid. Absolutely livid. Oh my God! And I can't help but think there may be some chuckles going on amongst the other drivers. I shouldn't say anything, but oh my God, folks. That's heartbreaking, actually, because he's leading the title. This is round 7 of 12. And oh my God. Safety car is out, folks. We are going to have to open up the chat here, I think, just for the crowd, just for the fans. We need to get some instant reaction, see what these drivers are thinking and saying. Froggy Boggy falling back 6 spots. And I am still just trying to catch my breath here, folks. Justin Schrei taking a turn for the worse there on corner 1. Our championship leader DNF'd. My God. Let's have a look, though. I'll be back in 20 seconds here as I go into the driver room. What have I just seen? Poor contact model again. Well, folks, we promised you it was going to be a good one today, and my God, we got through half a corner, and we saw our championship leader knocked out of contention, eliminated, topped over that top rope. I cannot believe what I just saw. Lap 2 of 25, February 25th here. Beautiful, beautiful backdrops. Much Burger. That's supposed to be Burger King. I still see no fake In-N-Out Burger anywhere. You put Burger King, that's one step above Whataburger. And yeah, it's above Whataburger. All you Texans, you heard me right. You heard me right. We have an In-N-Out Burger over here. Shake Shack, overrated too. I don't like well-done red meat. And if you do, please leave our server. If anyone orders a well-done steak in front of me, you're gonna get smashed over the head with it, and it'll hurt because that thing's as tough as a fucking wood board. Don't order well-done red meat, folks. You're just ruining the meat. If you do, please don't buy nice meat and do it. Good Lord. I'd rather eat it dead raw than red. Don't be a Donald Trump dipping that shit in ketchup too. That's like all old rich white people do. Or a well done steak and dip it in ketchup. Like, God, y'all gotta stop that. You know, I'll come rip your ass out of Peter Luger's myself. Wherever the hell you are, Morton's. Anyways, B-Tom, Ezzo. And folks, we've only done half a lap of racing here. As we look on, I do believe I do see that Firefest. Is that Firefest right there? It is. I think I see Ja Rule. Yeah, it is. Easy. So we are still in this safety car. Beautiful looking safety car right there. I don't know if it comes in men's or not. But B-Tom, Ezzo, Chenzo, Greg Jennings. And Greg and Chenzo, teammates here in the Lightning Cup, but now in the Mushroom Cup. You know, Greg's a reserve now, just coming in to check on things, making a rare appearance for him in the Mushroom Cup and that Canadian Moose Piss Kick Sauber, of course. Greg Jennings, very familiar with that Moose Piss. Yeah. Hopefully we can get this race going right now. We are still waiting for Nander there at the back. Shout out to Nander. Again, Justin Schrei, folks, if you're just tuning in, championship leader Justin Schrei, DNF. Corner number 1. It looks like multiple cars were involved, but no one took damage other than him. And Schrei, of course, leading Sawa by about 9 points and leading Chenzo by, I want to say, 18, but Schrei not here to defend it at all now. He is going to be absolutely livid, folks. I don't even want to talk to him right now. We will get word eventually. Lap 3 of 25 here. Someone should go check on Schrei. Anyone live in Virginia? Any lovers? I hear Virginia's for lovers. Safety car is still out here, so Nander milking that time. Shout out HMP Hooligans. He dropped out earlier, then it just didn't work out tonight, but we love HMP Hooligans, of course. Look at these beautiful venues. Look at those boxes. My God, those are nicer than any of the boxes I've ever been in, folks. W Hotel, nicer than any of the hotels I've ever been in, folks. And we look on Spenny's Pub Hub, of course, weaving, doing his thing. And I think this game, they have done so. I have never even raced it in this game, to be honest, because I hate that shit. But I am a sucker for good atmosphere around the circuit. EA, if you're listening, you can get me to do all this shit too, on the side. All I ask in return is you give me a special edition of this game that allows me to invite 30 people to a lobby. I know you can do that shit because you make alterations for the esports wackos. So I think we deserve it too. We're the backbone of your fucking game, folks. Not just me, not our community, but all these communities, man. Not the fucking guys that no one can race like and are not relatable to. This is your bread and butter. These are the people that you should be catering to, not the fat dude who just never raced before in his life, picks up a game because he wants a new game and Lewis Hamilton's on the cover. These are the guys that are playing the game. This is your bread and butter. These are the groups of people you should be catering to, man. But I know you won't watch, you don't care, you don't listen, and you're not capable of making the product we want anyways because you're a garbage company. You haven't been good in about 15 years. You lost NBA. You lost NHL. You lost every game you used to be good at. You lost Def Jam Vendetta, bro. Come on, you lost Def Jam Vendetta. The only thing you do decent still is Madden, and you haven't really done shit to improve those games lately either. EA Sports, it's in the game. Well, I think not, buddy. Safety car in this lap. They don't even say that shit anymore because they're just embarrassed. That's an iconic tagline, and you can't associate it with this garbage anymore that they put out. That being said, this is a good game, but it's just good because we're used to crap. This is just like what should be expected. This should be the floor, the bare minimum. Race going. Greg Jennings, Canadian Moose Piss Kick Sauber, the greatest driver of all time in the Mushroom Cup, and maybe ever. Doing his thing. B-Tom, though, may resent the words that I have chosen. He is on his way. B-Tom had the pole of this race, and he will lead heading in the DRS Maestro. I mean, I could make a comment, but I could just let him fucking... Yeah. I'll just let him bury himself here. So, Ezzo. By the way, I'm only coming at Maestro because he made a comment about me not having... He said he had more subs than me, bro. I don't give a shit about that. But since you want to go there... 3 million views on Instagram, buddy. 3 million on one video, Maestro. When you get there, you can come talk to me. Till then, 7 people watching you finish 19th. Ain't a flex, my friend. Spenny's Pub Hub. Let's go. Let's have a look at the tires. All these guys now. The whole top 12 on those 4-lap mediums. Spenny's Pub Hub, though, he does love it around this circuit. Cam Rudy as well. Boulay is a guy that we definitely want to keep an eye on. Rasta Cheech recruited him. Another Quebecer, of course. Wee. And he is looking good so far. Teammates with Cam Rudy tonight. Shout out to Rasta Cheech, of course, for his scouting and recruiting efforts. Rasta Cheech, great evaluator of talent on the track and in the strip club. We love this guy doing his thing. You can catch him at the Donair after the bars on Crescent Street, heading towards St. Laurent. And yes, sir, that Rasta Cheech. Feeling some pressure, though, from Hazy Oswald. Let's see what Hazy's got. Shout out to Hazy and his cousin, Trophy Ozzy. I think all the skill in that family went to Hazy. I'm kidding, Trophy, I'm kidding. You know I love you, buddy. That's just what I do. Adriami, my God, if you heard the music this guy listened to. Definitely some kind of headbanging shit. Adriami, I'm not too pleased with that. I don't know what you were listening to, or were you just scratching your hand on a chalkboard while smashing your head against a wall at the same time? That's what it sounded like, Adriami. And my God, if you bang to that music, you must be a freakish stallion with the best stamina I've ever seen, but hopefully I never get that answer. Sawa, of course, from the UK, man. In qualifying, he's been nothing but a merchant, a specialist, a sharpshooter. But right now, not the best qualifying for him and not the best race around the streets of Vegas. Not too many places to pass around here. And just to get through, you're going to need more than a fake ID. But if you do need a fake ID, the Papa Giorgio guy is outside. Here is Boulay still just kind of biding his time. I am going to just see if Leader Leebag's online here. Someone wants to just come in here and shoot the shit for a minute with me. I'll invite B-Tom Dastardly. I know B-Tom's racing, but it's part of the fun. We're here to have fun, right, guys? We are here to have fun. And we will, of course, enjoying the spectacular racing. My favorite league to watch is the Mushroom Cup. And I know I am biased, but I say that including the Lightning Cup, Star Cup, and the other leagues we work with. To me, it's just the most exciting league. The best driver, not the best drivers, but it's great driving, great drivers, and we let them race loose. You guys know me. I like a little hard racing here. I got a loose whistle. I don't want to see a bunch of guys just scared to move, driving in a formation like some pro esports. I want different styles. I want character. Styles make fights. Styles make races too. I like to put guys who drive differently together, make it exciting. I tell them race hard but fair. That wouldn't work if there was no respect between the drivers, by the way. And yes, it's something we forged over time. And I'm very proud of that. Throw all the dirt you want on the Mushroom Cup, but it is exciting to me. So far, though, for a Vegas race, other than the Strive thing, nothing too much happening, but man, it is Vegas. We have a penchant for chaos here all the time, man. Sawa, a propensity to do very well, and he's just going to need to make something happen sooner or later here on the Flying Spaniard Adriami, listening to that dubstep or whatever the hell it was. I feel like it's even rude to call dubstep that. Call that dubstep. Good Lord. Sounded like someone shot Kev Wood's mama with a tranquilizer. Sawa, though.
I've got the sour.
Ding. Making his way through. Shout out to HMP. Not racing, but he's got the flower. And, man. Not. Okay, so Mac T. Not what Mac T was looking for there. He must have... Yeah, he's got damage right there. So not quite sure what happened to Mac T. That's unfortunate to see, of course. Oh yeah, Mac T started last, but... But yeah, unfortunate he got some damage there. But Mac T, of course, first race here at this circuit. So it's good for him, you know, get some reps in, try some setups. BTOM, the same kind of deal. Mac T exiting the pits right there. Again, this race sponsored by Happy Dad, folks. Happy Dad Seltzer, available in 39 of 50 states, 7 of 11 provinces. Feeling crappy? Grab a Happy. On with the show. Let's go a little further up. We got Chenzo, man. This is absolute professionalism embodied every time he steps on the circuit. Let's do this, Chenzo. Right on the back of Ezo. And, of course, Gregory Jennings looming in P4. Not too many moves on circuit here at this great track. Of course, this historic circuit. Historic. Further back, we have more misfortune. Is that a kerfluffle? Folks, do we see a kerfluffle up here? Someone got the 1-2 Mayweather? Oh, no, that was a 3-4 McGregor. Okay, so though they are making it through, but when you go that congested through that corner, you're losing time like you dropped a watch, and that's not what they want to see, folks. A little further up, though, we got Chenzo, Bitom, Ezo. How about Ezo? One of the top 7 drivers in our community, according to my power rankings that I postulated myself. And, man, right now, getting the job done against some elite companies. Shout out to Frozen as well. Couldn't get Frozen in here tonight, and man, it makes me sick sometimes when I couldn't get Frozen in, almost couldn't get Mac T in. Makes me sick, but you know what? I can't just kick out full-time guys who are here, and I think all these guys do understand it too, for sure. But God, we do feel very blessed for that interest, man, for sure. Many, many blessings. Many blessings. What's that accent Drake does? Don't say a word, brother. Don't say a word. It's not how we talk in Toronto, by the way. I don't know why Drake's talking like some Jamaican kingpin. It's not how people in Toronto talk. All the comments are like, oh, that's a Toronto accent. No, it's not. I'm from Toronto. I'm the Toronto accent. See some racing somewhere. Here we go. Jordan 2 Wavy, hailing from Miami Beach, making his way through right there. He came from Vice City, but now he's in Sin City. Spenny's Pub Hub has to focus, put down the shawarma. Spenny takes a deep exhale from his vape pen and carries on. Keep calm and carry on. These top 3, though. B-Tom, we'll see if he tries to make a move back on Ezo here. You know, big dog on big dog. Shout out to Emerge. Shout out to Full Air. And all the boys, man. I can't shout out everyone individually, but I show love to everyone. Gaskin, Rain, and look at this right here. Rasta Cheech on Cam Woody. But I call them Cam Woody. Cam Rudy. That's a new team, though. Shout out to Kev Wood, by the way. I know I've mentioned him like 9 times already because of his disparaging his mom and his girlfriend, but honestly, man, Kev Wood is a fucking legend. Sir, we appreciate you, and we thank you for your service. One stint in Iraq, one stint in Afghanistan. Jokes aside, Kev Wood is a legend. And a very successful businessman, too. Very humorous. He's dashingly handsome. And he does it all, man. He's a great guy. And if you do work at Applebee's, Hooters, or the Cracker Barrel in Rochester, then you're a server. And you've probably been to his house. Cam Rudy, back to P10 there, been overtaken. He has fallen and he can't get up. Anyone who wants a logo, by the way, message me. I'm on a logo binge, you know. I got this GPT, whatever the shit is called, and man, it's amazing. It is amazing. Because, you know, I have, like, no technical skills and shit, but this helps me. Like, it can extrapolate thoughts from my brain and put it on paper. That's a scary thing. Because we all know I can't articulate myself as eloquently as this damn app, or most people. Oh my god! Oh my god! Folks, we have cars bouncing off the wall right there. I have never seen contact like that in my life. And B-Tom heading into the pits right now. Look at this, though. Oh my god, folks. Can you smell it? Can you feel it? I see a storm coming. We are at the center of that storm, the eye of the storm, where people think it's the craziest, but the eye is the calmest. And folks, we are about to experience something we have never seen before. Both men climb to the top of the Hell in a Cell cage. Mankind brings up the chair. Undertaker follows him there, and I feel something a-coming. They're pouring thumbtacks down. I hear the cage about to collapse. Who will be thrown off the cage? Someone's getting thrown off this cage, folks. We all know it's coming. We all know it's coming. I'm just laughing. Greg Jennings made the pit stop. We have to go back to this group here. You know, you can just feel it. You can feel the tension in the air. I'm big on energy, and I feel some sort of blow up coming. Something like the Big Bang that it knocked off all the dinosaurs, but missed Strachosaur somehow, unfortunately. So, Strachosaur, my man. Further up, though, we got Chenzo making some changes a little further in the field. Chenzo there into P1. Ezzo's season must have been last fall, because he falls to P2. Little further up, Hule making that move on Jordan 2. Wavy and Sawa makes it a parlay. Two of them getting right through now. Unbelievable racing. We got Gabachow, of course. Gabachow, the Tier 3 commentator in LSR, is probably going to roll out a red carpet, yeah, of course, for B-Tom. Sir. Or that's for another one, but we get it anyways. Okay, we got some movement now. We got cars pitting. Hule and Chenzo making their way into those pits. Folks, lap 12 of 25. We got the top 6 drivers all on 11-lap old mediums. Another one. Still grinding. He won the first ever Lightning Cup preseason race exhibition, and it was at this very circuit. So we got love for another one all the way from Philly. He is the 10v10 champion right now, holding that belt that he stole from me. You got my property around your waist, another one, and I'm coming to get it. Of course, I have that Money in the Bank briefcase. I can cash it in anytime, but until then, at the next pay-per-view Wednesday night, Vegas Backlash, it'll be Jordan 2 Wavy drafting against another one for the title. We can't wait for that. As always, the Venetian looks on in the distance. Can you imagine the amount of hookers that have been in there? Anyways, Hazy Aussie, still in P6, still in the Mushroom Cup, and still a fixture in the mid-pack. Hazy Aussie living in the UK, but he's going to do that dee-da-dee-da-do, coming from Ireland, and man, he is going to look for a good finish here today. Of course, making moves lately, improved, moving up in that power ranking system that I, of course, postulated myself. Cam, Rudy, and Hule, the teammates for now. Hule reserving. Of course, Cam Rudy making his way right through there. Shout out to Wham Bam. Thank you, Cam Rudy. Mac T moving through Adriami, moving through Kendricks. Mac T had to repair that wing a little earlier. We do have Nander. No, Nander. losing it a little bit there, taking the brunt of that. Only 12 laps remaining, folks. This race has kind of flown by, especially for a Vegas extravaganza at this Mushroom Cup. Hoot nanny, we love it. Hazy Aussie in P1 now, yet to pit. Spenny in P2. We got B-Tom, Chenzo, Ezzo, Greg Jennings, and of course, another one. So the Shry fireworks at the start, of course, absolutely huge. Other than that, it has been, for a Vegas race, I want to say pretty calm. I can't say run-of-the-mill, because run-of-the-mill would be a couple safety cars and a couple deaths. So we'll just carry on here. We're all those followers and subs, bro. This is what they're watching right now. A whole lot of real estate between him and the next car. And that next car is P16, by the way. So, don't throw stones if you live in a glass house, my friend. That's what you're experiencing right now. And if you got a glass jaw, you should watch your mouth. Anyways, enough of that. Of course, these guys all pitting. Spenny's Pub Hub, a 10s. That is just so diabolical. That is killer, Spenny's Pub Hub. That is going to hinder his race. Good Lord. Anyways. I have dropped a Tinder pin to trackside, so just checking out the local talent, if you will. Just doing a lot of right swiping here. That one may be a tranny, but I'm willing to risk it. Who else we got here? This girl looks like she could suck a golf ball through a garden hose. Swipe right. For sure. Probably swiping left on this chick. Vote Biden. Ooh, did I say that out loud? It says vote hiding. Vote hiding. I swipe left. I don't like hiding. So Sawa, Cam, Rudy. Guys, someone do something. Someone wreck. Hopefully there's a wreck. We love wrecks, don't we, folks? Come on. What do the kids say? W's in the chat if you want to see someone crash. Fire a text off. Dastardly, you hear it? Boulay in the P5 there. Another one. Making those tires. Wait, what are those tires on Cialis or Viagra? Speaking of which, Blue Chew, the Cialis gum, another one of our sponsors. Use code T-Bone for 10% off always. Works like a charm. You can ask me. Trust, without it, it's like playing pool with a rope, folks. I tell people you don't want to be in that situation. It can be quite embarrassing and awkward. I just told her I'm on antidepressants like everyone else. Oh, okay.
Me too. Which one?
Oh, Zoloft.
Oh, me too. Oh, okay.
High five. Boulay. Still there in P6. We got B-Tom, Ezzo, Chenzo, Greg Jennings, and man, these drivers just great professionalism and etiquette today, man, for around this circuit. That whole pack back there that I was focusing on, that I thought there was going to be an accident. No accident. We need a Kevwood in here or something. That sign that says DRS is the most we're going to see of DRS Maestro this race, folks. Where is he? In another county? See if Chenzo can make a move here. Catch up and get it done on Ezzo. 10 laps remaining. We got B-Tom, the artist formerly known as CPI, coming from the great state of Ohio. He is from, ironically enough, the same town as LeBron James, folks. Did you know that? Akron, Ohio. Home of the John Deere Open, of course, and PGA Tour. Nander retiring right there. B-Tom, actually, I believe, went to the same, I could be wrong, but either went to or lives near the same high school as LeBron James, folks. That's pretty damn cool. Don't you think that's pretty cool? Two goats? Well, actually, LeBron ain't the goat. B-Tom might not be either, but, you know. It's all for debate. As long as he keeps sending me those those payments, I'll keep saying it. Salas had a steady drive here. Shout out to Salas. Guys, what do you want to talk about? We'll have a look here at Sala, Cam Moody, Kool-Aid. Closest battle at the time, other than Ross Cheech on Mac T, but I don't think Ross has the balls to try to pass Mac T. Yeah, I said it. I wouldn't. But Mac T's on those 8-lap hard tires. Shout out to all the other leagues, of course. LSR, SRL, whatever, what other? PRL, Petite Raceway, ERA. We love them all. We love them all. Oh, folks, I'll be back in 15 seconds for this quick break, sponsored by marijuana. 1 in every 10 doctors recommends marijuana. Probably more than that these days. Definitely need some sort of safety car activity here. Very tough for Mac T starting at the back here. Got some damage. And other than the start, man, this has been a pretty tame, pretty civil, calm race here. I'm a little disappointed. And here we go, Chenzo making that move. Let's go, Chenzo. Chase down B-Tom. I know there's another W hotel, so I've counted 3 W hotels. First of all, that's not even true. EA, I take back all the shit I said about you that was good. You are so lazy. You are so lazy. 3 W hotels in the same city, let alone the same block, bro. Come on, dude. What do I know? What do I know? I'm just a hick. The biggest city I've ever been to is Walmart. Ezzo. Do what you do, dog. Let's go further back. Mac T making that pit stop. 10 seconds speeding in the pits. This tells me retirement's coming. Hope not. Hopefully get some data. Putting the inters on. Of course, Mac T started in the back on purpose. He's going to tinker with some shit, get some practice in. So don't judge Mac T too much on this one. Plus, he did get some wing damage. B-Tom. Also, Mac T, I just got him in here last month, so not much preparation allowed there because of the way it worked out. Illyrian, where you at, my man? Don't no show. Here's that guy, Ezzo and Chenzo. It'll be difficult to get to B-Tom here. They're really going to have to work together, but they're also battling. They are battling. The wavy one, Jordan, making the way on Cam. He's going to have to carry the Ferrari team tonight, get some points with race title leader Justin Schrei sitting on the shelf right now. Fortunately for him, Sal is only in P6. Chenzo with 18 points on the board. That'll put them both very close. And this title fight, there might be 3 guys almost tied. Chenzo, Sawa, and Schrei after this race. So, absolutely devastating way to go out for Schrei. Man, someone should check on him and send him a message. I'm serious. Or he might have punched his wall or something. He at least snapped a golf club over his leg. Let's have a look here if Jordan 2 Wavy tries to get something done on Sawa. Jordan could also really help his teammate Shry in the title fight if he can overtake Sawa. That would knock a couple points off Sawa's total here. Not sure if that's something Jordan's thinking about, but it exists. 2 points or whatever it is could be huge at the end. Every 2 I've ever been with is huge. Let's go. Jordan 2 Wavy. Okay, I'll be back in this marijuana break. Fastest lap there for Mac T. Shout out Mac T. Shout out Hayden Ring. Shout out Stratting. Everyone helping with the Lightning Cup. Greg, Chenzo. Lap 20 to 25 here. I've been T-Bone. Jordan did get through Sawa. The best fight coming down the stretch here will likely be for P2, Chenzo, and Ezo. But Chenzo, of course, may not necessarily need to fight too hard on Ezo. Championship contenders, one of them out of the race, the other in P7. This would put Chenzo, I believe, in the lead by a point or two. But again, Chenzo, he's smart, but he takes every race by race. He has the title obviously on his mind, but I don't think he lets it dictate his actions too much, because he said then you're racing out of character. Sometimes being tentative can really mess you up. Got to be confident, so I respect that. That being said, I don't think he's going to send a move that could potentially end his race in this scenario. Or any. Here we go, Gabachow and Adriami. Nice move there from Gabachow, the other Quebecer. How about Ule? Rostel Cheech recruited this guy. A great showing here in his debut race in the Mushroom Cup. A P5, and Jordan 2 Wavy's looking to make further moves, make waves, if you will. Lap 21 to 25 here. Man, we opened this race with some crazy excitement, and since then, it has been calm. Okay, with Adriami. Let's move a little further up, though. Jordan, Sawa. I'm not sure if Sawa will have what it takes to get there right now. On Jordan, Greg Jennings kind of on an island there in P4, but he has to be cognizant of Ule behind him. The DRS Maestro with the fastest lap. It's a good lap. Shout out to the Maestro. Why can't you do it when it mattered? No, I'm kidding. That's a great lap. 22 to 25 here. B-Tom's gap, though, folks, only a second and a half now. So this will make me wonder. And it makes me wonder. Could we get some excitement here? I did text B-Tom. I told him to slow down. Okay, good race today. Adriami 3-second penalty. Not the usual Vegas, just crazy race. Star would have indicated it was going to be like that, but Adriami DNFing, God. But his music probably made him crash. It's the sound my Furby used to make when it malfunctioned. Shout out Adrialmi. We love Adrialmi. Just don't send me your playlist, please. I bet you he's gonna say it's like an artist, and everyone in the chat's gonna be like, "Oh, I love that. I love that guy. I love that guy." That's how out of touch I am. I like all the classics, you know, the Spinners, the Mamas and the Papas, the Rolling Stones, all the hip shit, all the kids these days listen to, you know, Curtis Mayfield, Temptations, the Shy Lights. I like real music, bro. I like soul music. I like real rap, lyricism. I like bars. I don't just need to hear a guy moaning on a track for a bunch of time. It's not that creative. Yes, I guess it's artistic. But I like Kid Cudi. He uses his voice as an instrument, but he says things. But either way, I'm an old head. I'm just a hater. I am a hater. I'm a hater. I hate you, Generation X, or whatever you guys are called. Anyone who calls people in a text chat, I consider Generation X. W's in the chat, fam. Lap 23 of 25 here. I am T-Bone. This is Vegas. What are we going to do? And right now, B-Tom, though, is under attack. That DRS zone has shrunk. We got Ezzo now coming strong, coming hard, and this is Vegas, so that's no surprise, folks. Man, oh man, they left a couple businesses out of the background in City Skyline. Here we go. Chenzo, B-Tom, and Ezzo. They are going to fight it out for a win here in Sin City. This is Vegas. There's no Chevy Chase here, but we're on a Vegas vacation, folks. Uncle Eddie, I think not. Papa Giorgio left town. Right now, this is a Mushroom Cup. We got B-Tom, Ezzo, Chenzo. Let's do this. Wayne Newton singing. Siegfried and Roy's Tiger just escaped. Celine Dion's canceling her residency, folks. The Beatles love. Performance canceled. Cirque du Soleil, I think not. This is a Mushroom Cup, folks. 2 laps to go. Ezzo, B-Tom, Chenzo. Don't go anywhere. Stay glued to that TV, computer, tablet, smartphone, or Tamagotchi. This is T-Bone. Greg Jennings out of the race. Gregory Jennings out of the race. What the hell just happened? What have I seen with my eyes in that car? There's a man in that car. There's a man in that car, folks. Greg Jennings was in P4, his return race, reserving in the Mushroom Cup. Grand opening, grand closing. Not what we want to see right there. Absolutely devastating. And this will Sawa now back to P10 too. Chenzo right now is about to gain 15 points on both his title contenders. Well, Sawa will probably get back in due to the no penalty, but my God. Greg Jennings, not what he's looking for. We'll get him in here for an interview too, but oh my God. And Greg, of course, is a reserve. I don't think he's going to be too upset here. At the end of the day, like, you know, he just did a reserve race here. Greg, of course, an affinity for Las Vegas, regulars it, visits it. DRS Maestro finally passed him. And, yeah, coming to the final lap here. White flag, one more time to go. We're waving that white flag, but we're not Dido. We are here in the Mushroom Cup. Let's go. Right now, looking on with Chenzo. He will have to get through B-Tom, or will he not? Ezzo season. Multiple-time winner in the Mushroom Cup. I told folk how good he is. We don't know him as much, so people may doubt me when I say that, but right now we're seeing it with our little grown eyes. Right now, Ezzo on some grown man shit, looking to put that win in the bag over B-Tom and Chenzo, and this is going to be very difficult with the DRS straight here. That thing is longer than insert simile or metaphor. Insert metaphor. But not a simile. Isn't a simile like or as? And a metaphor is the other ones. Okay, we'll look it up after, folks. But here we go. This is a race right now. Let's go. Let's do this. Ezzo in that Canadian Moose Piss kick Sauber leading the way over one B-Tom, over one Chenzo, and we got Mushroom Cup royalty here at the top of the pack. How is this going to end or transpire? Ezzo's probably going to be a sitting duck right here. Not much you can do. You're pretty defenseless here, like you found yourself at a P. Diddy after party, and he still holds off one of those guys. That is quite good right there. He held off R. Kelly, but Diddy did get him. And now B-Tom in spectacular fashion getting the victory on the final lap. CPI B-Tom taking the pole, taking the win. Ezzo right behind him in P2. What driving from these guys, and Chenzo getting into P3 right there. That'll be great for him and his prospects of winning a championship. Hule his Mushroom Cup debut. Great P4, Mince. Like what I did there. Jordan 2 Wavy. Great job by him there. Of course, his teammate and championship leader, Shirai, out early in this one. And Jordan, of course, still bringing home 10 points there for the constructor-leading Ferrari. Well done from Jordan 2 Wavy there. Rasta Cheech, splendid drive right there and splendid scouting. Hazy Aussie, P7. Cam, P8. Spenny, P9. And Mac T, P10, started at the back there. Hopefully had some fun with us. And, man, Sawa and Shry, P1 and 2 in our driver's standings heading into this race. We'll be going home with donuts, with goose eggs, zeros on the board today. And man, business has just picked up, folks, as good old JR would say. That race, almost a slobber knocker. Quite calm after the start, though. Great racing throughout. I'm going to get some guys in here for interviews right now. Shout out to all involved. Always, man. So let's get, we got B-Tom in here. Oh, Ezzo, B-Tom, and Chenzo. I mean, that's who we got to talk to. And of course, we will get Greg in here. Got to get a little Greg Jennings. Oh, we'll show Jordan some love, too. Jordan had a good race here. I can't find Jordan anymore online, bro. Oh, here it is. I think that's him. YVL Jordan. His shit's always changing. Okay. There he is. The wavy one. All right. We're going to invite all these guys in here. Give me a second here, Jordan. Greg, do you mind inviting Chenzo? I just can't find him.
Sure.
Oh, it's SP. Oh, I got him. SPR. Okay, got it. All right, one moment here. Guys, just don't drink those Evian bottles, eh? If you're sitting there, guys, we can't afford them, so I just leave them there. Or to return them after the race. Oh, you opened it? Fuck. Okay. Anyways, Jordan 2 Wavy.
Yeah, bro.
What's up, bro? First of all, man, devastating outcome today for your teammate Shry. I'm not quite sure exactly what happened. Maybe we'll get into that later. But I thought you guys are leading the constructors, bro, and I thought you did a great job just to pull your weight today, keep the team afloat. You know, scoring 10 points still, and you had a steady race, just grinding throughout. You were in the midst of a lot of fights. You want to talk about that race and how once you saw Shry get eliminated, your teammate, did that change your mindset at all?
Honestly, didn't think I would have pace to be competitive. At first, I was kind of shocked. I had no straight line speed the whole race. I was running a little bit more higher wing than everyone else. So a lot of it was just being patient, hoping guys make mistakes and just tire wear. So
you are pretty good at this circuit, though, and you do enjoy the street circuits, no? You want to talk about why you maybe enjoy the harder tracks a little more?
I don't find this track that difficult, but it's really like two corners where like you really gotta like nail it, which is before the strip and after it. But other than that, it's a cool track.
All right, bro. Well, good job, man. And I think you and Schreier are probably still leading constructors there, so definitely something to pay attention to. And for yourself, another steady result. I know probably not the best season for you that you've wanted, but you've been putting together steady races, and sometimes it's not always about the points. It's about having fun, enjoying it, and
Yeah, I've been trying to stay consistent as possible with this grid. So
hell yeah, bro. Well done to you, man. Good job.
appreciate it.
Okay, next up we will go to Greg Jennings here. Greg,
Yo.
your return to the Mushroom Cup here as a reserve, and the Canadian Moose Piss Kick Sauber. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see what happened to you, bro. You wanted to tell us kind of what happened there?
Yeah, for sure. First of all, just the race in general, just not enough pace to keep up with the top runners. I think my setup was just a little bit too hard to get the braking right, and I kept overshooting things, and just felt really kind of on the edge, which obviously it kind of is around here sometimes, but definitely needs some adjustments there. So quickly fell out of the front pack, and then I actually made a mistake about 2/3 of the way through. I hit the wall and damaged my wing, and that caused the pack behind me to catch me slowly, and eventually they caught me. I think it was Hool or Howell, or however you say his name.
Yeah.
He got through. Sawa was up next, and we were just kind of racing through turn 1 and 2, and I'm not quite sure 100% what happened. I would consider it a racing incident, but we just kind of got hooked, and we both went to the wall, and it ripped my front tire off. But I wouldn't really say it's his fault. So I'd definitely like to look at it again, but overall it was a decent race, just not quite enough pace in general.
Well, I mean, in general, though, you have looked really good lately, bro. Lightning Cup and whatnot. And, I don't think this one's one you should really kick yourself over again. Now you're just a reserve here. As long as you had some fun with the boys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so no serious implications. But, yeah, either way, I'm sorry that happened because you still were having a good run out there. So just maybe not the best.
Kind of a lonely race, to be honest. It was kind of fun to get in some action again. But just, I apologize to Sawa. I definitely messed his race up. So, yeah.
All right, well, thank you again, Greg. Anytime you want to hop in these races, you can join the wait list and wait like everyone else. No, I'm kidding. All right, bro. Okay, we're going to head to that top 3 right now, man. These guys put on a show today. Absolute show. I was shocked that Chenzo and Ezo ended up chasing B-Tom down, but I guess also that DRS so powerful here. We will go to the P3 car here, Chenzo. Now, Chenzo, I know you didn't get that win or even a P2, but we have to acknowledge the fact that both your championship rivals did not score a point this race, and you got 15, so that is a W in my mind. You want to talk about that, then overall the scope of the race?
I mean, yeah, I guess it was kind of like the flip side of what happened the last race, where I didn't score points, and they got a pretty good points haul. That's just the way it is sometimes.
Game, bro.
Unfortunately, Shry was really unlucky at the start with his incident. And yeah, I mean, I just tried to, first do my best to stay with B-Tom and Ezo. And yeah, man, just try to scrape up whatever I could get.
For sure, bro. And I thought you and Ezo did a great job too, like working together. Just to be in a position to even have a sniff at B-Tom too, Brent. So I know you and Ezo probably haven't raced too many times, but both great racers. It was fun watching you do your thing together too.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, he almost got away from me. I feel like I got a little lucky there, but yeah, nevertheless, it's still, like you said, a good result. And a double podium for Mercedes, so that's also nice.
Right.
Shout out to B-Tom. Yeah.
Of course, man. So, well, thank you, Chenzo, and good luck the rest of the way, bro. I'm not sure the exact standing number now, but man, I know it's very tight. I'm pretty sure I think you guys are all.
It's close.
It's close with about 4 or 5 rounds to go, man. So I can't wait to see it.
Thanks, bro.
Later, buddy. Hey, we will go next to Ezo. Ezo, bro, you look great out there today, man. How did you feel there in the Mushroom Cup? I know you said you like this circuit. You want to talk about racing Chenzo and B-Tom there? His car was on top of another car, like glitching. When I saw him. Yeah. Yeah. His car was on top of B Tom's, like glitching and shit when I saw it. So I don't know. But I wouldn't worry too much about it, bro. We all know you're a good driver, and it sounds like there was some shit going on with the game. And at the end of the day, you know, he's probably frustrated too. That's all. Nice. Did Sawa help you with that setup? Okay. Yeah. I thought you looked great today, bro. You had a chance to win. Some of our best drivers in the field, man, and I look forward to seeing more racing from you, brother. As oh wait, you're in the States. What state are you from again? I always forget. Someone asked. Virginia. Oh man, yo, you and Shry can meet up and duke it out. He's in Virginia. Actually, dude, I need someone to go check on him. Can you do it? Maybe you're not the best guy. Isn't that ironic, folks? Anyways, that's funny. All right, thanks, Ezo. All right, next up here, last but not least, for sure, Vital, man. In a way, kind of a rare win from you, where you go from pole to victory. You qualified today, put in a great time. I know you were kind of in this race because you want to test out some shit. You haven't really done a race here yet on this game. I could be wrong. It looks like you found something you like, and you want to talk about your takeaways from that race?
I wouldn't say I found something I liked. I mean, the quali pace was okay, but towards the end of the stints, I was just struggling a lot with the rear, sliding pretty much everywhere. So,
Fair.
Ezo and Chenzo are all over the back of me at the end of every stint, which isn't ideal since
Yep.
I was trying to save my tires basically from lap 1 of every stint. So I'll have to figure out why that is. I think it was temperature related. Might have been overheating the rears a little bit, but and maybe the off-throttle diff was a bit too open, so the car was just over-rotating, but I'll have to figure that out in my downtime. But all in all, a good race.
Are we talking just a couple tinkers here, or are you just a full overhaul next time you do a race here?
It depends. So I'll probably change the tire pressures first because they were pretty low, and the off-throttle diff, and then if it's still sliding around a lot, then I'll have to dig a bit deeper and make some more fundamental changes.
Cool, man. What do you think the biggest factor was there of Ezo and Chenzo taking about 2 seconds out of you in the last couple laps? The DRS, or kind of was your car kind of just going? You said that it was sliding.
I was sliding everywhere. So pretty much from the moment I hit the brakes and started turning the steering wheel, like the rear was just coming out. So can't really carry any speed, because if you do, then you just get a massive slide and lose chunks of time. So it's basically having to tiptoe everywhere, which is, super slow. But if I tried pushing any hard, I would have gone even slower. So again, just gotta go back to the drawing board on the setup for this track, and track similar to it, because I had similar struggles at Miami and PRL on Saturday. So I'll figure it out.
And I know we've done a lot of racing on this game, but you haven't done a league race everywhere, and it's a different. It's different, you got to lock in a little more. Competition's better, so yeah, definitely, bro. Any comments on the Shry incident before we go? I didn't see it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened. I think a bit like you said earlier, he was kind of ghosting through me and I was ghosting through him. And then, at least from my rearview mirror, it looked like he and Ezo made contact, but I mean, it could have easily been netcode, just based on how wonky the start was looking. So yeah, it was really unfortunate for him, especially since he's leading the championship.
Yeah.
So, and you never want to see someone go out 2 corners into the race.
Have you been in a situation before where you were kind of like leading a title or fighting for a title, maybe later in the season, and you had got a DNF? Like, has that kind of happened to you before?
Yeah, it happens. It's just one of those things. You obviously try your best to avoid it, but sometimes you're just really unlucky, and I think that was Shirai today.
And I do think there was something going on with the game because his car was like on top of yours, like glitching. So it did look like something was going on, man. But
yeah, I noticed that too. At first, it seemed like he got a better start than me. And then, like, suddenly, I had been ahead of him by like a tenth or two, according to the Delta. And the next thing I know, we're like inside of each other. Pause. And then he's in the wall. So yeah, it was just really weird.
And look, man, we've seen circumstances before with Greg fighting for a title. He had an incident with Spinala King that hurt him, who was a reserve. It wasn't Spinala King's fault. I know sometimes it might be frustrating when you're fighting for a title and a guy who's not fighting you for the title kind of racing, but the way I see it, man, if you're in this race, if I'm putting you in here as a reserve, like, you're in there to win the race, you're in there to race. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm sure he's frustrated because it hurts his title shot, but at the end of the day, like, I can't invite reserves and tell them, oh, don't race this guy, don't race this guy. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think today it didn't really matter. It was just unlucky with netcode and that sort of thing. So, and I'm not really. I mean, I might take some points off of him, but
I don't think you're in the title fight, but I shouldn't say that.
No chance. I've missed so many rounds, and we had the whole thing at Imola where I retired mid race.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
B-Tom, it's good to see you get a W here in the Mushroom Cup, though, once in a while, just put your stamp on things. And, congrats, man.
Thank you.
Chenzo, congrats to you, too. Great race. Jordan, great race. Ezo.
Thanks,
I
bro.
want to shout out Hule, Rasta's friend who debuted with us. He was a great driver. Shout out Rasta. And, yeah, we're going to wrap it up. I thank everyone for tuning in. It's always a pleasure, man.